Hello everyone, today we're going to be making a super good tuna stew that originates from the Basque country, Marmitako. This stew has an incredibly rich flavor. I mean, when you're eating this, it feels like comfort food, when in reality, this dish is super healthy. Okay, we're going to be using fresh vegetables and fresh tuna steaks, among other ingredients to easily make this tuna stew. The first thing we're going to do is cut up all our vegetables. That way when we start cooking, this will be a breeze to make. We're going to finely mince 2 cloves of garlic, finely dice half of an onion, finely dice half of a red bell pepper, finely dice half of a green bell pepper, and cut 1 large Yukon Gold potato into small cubes. Okay, now we're gonna grab a large stock pot, heat it with a medium heat, and we're gonna add 1/4 cup of extra virgin Spanish olive oil. Once the oil gets hot, add the diced onions and the minced garlic and mix them in there with the oil. After cooking our garlic and onion for about 4 minutes and our onions already have that beautiful translucent color, let's add our diced bell peppers. Okay, in about 5 minutes after adding our diced bell peppers, let's add our cubed potatoes. About 2 minutes after adding the potatoes, add 1 cup of diced tomatoes. Season with a generous portion of sea salt, freshly cracked black pepper, half a teaspoon of dried thyme, and half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and mix it all together. In about 2 minutes after adding our seasonings, we're going to turn up the fire to a high heat, and we're going to add half a cup of white wine. It's been about 4 minutes since I added the white wine into the stock pot. At this point, all the alcohol in the white wine has burned out. So now I'm going to add 2½ cups of fish broth. Once it comes to a boil, place a lid on top and lower the fire to a low heat. Okay, while our stew is simmering and the aromas in the kitchen are to die for, let's get to the star of the dish, tuna. I've got 2 fresh fillets here. I'm going to season them with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper on both sides, and then cut them into 1/2-inch cubes. It's been 20 minutes since I added the lid into the pan. At this point, I'm going to add the cubed tuna into the stock pot, mix it in there, place the lid back on top, and cook it for another 10 minutes. Okay, it's been 10 minutes since I added the tuna in there, and our stew's been cooking between 50 to 55 minutes. So at this point, it should be perfectly cooked. I'm going to turn off the fire, plate some of it for presentation, and let you know how it came out. And we'll garnish it with a little fresh parsley. Now I'm going to give it a try. Salud. Fantastic. Everything's perfectly cooked, from the potatoes to the tuna, and the overall dish just has a perfect balance to it. And as for the flavor, let me tell you, it is out of this world. If you enjoyed today's video on making this tuna stew, please hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Until the next time, hasta luego.